Most women are shocked when they hear this truth. After menopause, many women completely stop exploring their own bodies, not because they lose desire, but because no one ever taught them how self-pleasure changes with age. The world goes silent about intimacy after 50, and this silence creates shame, fear, and confusion. It convinces women that aging means losing their sensuality, their pleasure, and even their connection to themselves. But that belief is not only wrong, it is harmful. Avoiding your own body after menopause doesn't make you stronger. It doesn't make you dignified. In fact, it quietly causes real physical and emotional problems: more dryness, weaker pelvic muscles, restless sleep, emotional frustration, and even a loss of confidence. That's the hidden truth no one talks about. But today, that silence ends. You deserve to understand your body. You deserve to enjoy it. And you deserve to know that pleasure is not a luxury. It is part of your health, your vitality, and your well-being as a woman. For over 20 years, thousands of women around the world have discovered something life-changing: menopause does not end pleasure. It transforms it. The story you've been told, that desire fades and touch stops mattering after 50, is nothing but a myth. Women are still capable of deep connection, emotional intimacy, and powerful pleasure at any age. The only difference is this: after menopause, your body requires new understanding, new techniques, and a new kind of compassion. There is no shame in learning. In fact, it is one of the most powerful things a woman can do, reclaiming her body from age, fear, and silence. That is why this message exists. To replace shame with science. To replace confusion with clarity. And to give women the knowledge they should have been given years ago. In this series, you will discover 5 powerful truths women wish they had known earlier about self-pleasure after menopause. Truths that not only restore desire, but also heal the emotional disconnect so many women silently carry. These are not fantasies. These are facts, supported by biology, proven through experience, and rooted in compassion for what women truly go through. Let us begin with something many women struggle with but rarely speak about: dryness. It isn't just uncomfortable, it changes the relationship a woman has with her own body. After menopause, estrogen levels naturally decline. This causes the tissues of the vulva and vagina to become thinner, less elastic, and less lubricated. This change can make touch feel uncomfortable or even painful, especially when a woman tries to reconnect with herself. Many women blame themselves for this, believing something is wrong with them. But pain during touch is not a personal failure. It is biology. And biology can be supported. Dryness is not a signal to give up. It is a signal that your body needs care. And that brings us to the first secret: lubrication is medicine. Women are rarely taught this. They are told lubricants are optional, meant only to enhance sex, or that using them means something is wrong with them. None of that is true. Lubrication is essential. It is protective. It keeps tissues healthy and prevents tiny tears that lead to infections. Most importantly, it allows the body to relax and receive pleasure without fear of pain. That is healing. Think of it like moisturizer for your intimate skin. No woman blames herself for needing lotion on dry hands or glasses for aging eyes. In the same way, no woman should feel embarrassed to support her intimate health. Using lubrication regularly, several times a week, not just during intimacy, can transform how a woman experiences her body. Water-based lubricants are gentle and ideal for sensitive skin. Silicone-based lubricants last longer and are excellent for women who struggle with dryness. Natural oils can also work well, though they must be chosen carefully to avoid irritation. The key is not the brand. The key is intention, choosing to care for yourself. Lubrication does not make a woman weak. It does not make her less feminine. It makes her wise enough to honor her body. Women who embrace this truth rediscover pleasure faster, regain confidence sooner, and reconnect with their bodies more deeply. And once the body is free from pain, it becomes ready for pleasure again. But pleasure doesn't start with the body. It begins somewhere far more powerful: the mind. That brings us to the next life-changing truth: your brain is your largest erogenous zone. And awakening it is where your journey truly begins. Real intimacy does not begin with the body, it begins in the mind. After menopause, many women believe that their desire disappeared. They think their body no longer responds the way it used to. But the truth is, your body only follows where your mind goes. Desire does not vanish with age, it simply goes quiet when it is ignored. That is why the second secret is mental awakening through sensual imagination. Before the body can feel pleasure, the mind must feel free. Free from shame. Free from fear. Free from judgment. Every woman carries a silent story inside her, shaped by her experiences, expectations, and emotional scars. These stories shape her pleasure. If the mind is full of stress, worry, guilt, or painful memories, the body cannot open fully to pleasure. Awakening desire starts with gentle, intentional thoughts, not fantasies meant to impress anyone, but thoughts that simply allow you to feel alive again. This could be something as simple as imagining warmth spreading through your body, the feeling of soft hands touching your skin, or remembering a moment where you felt beautiful, confident, and wanted. Sensual imagination is not about being explicit. It is about reconnecting with emotion. Desire lives in emotion. A woman must feel before she can truly enjoy. That internal permission, giving yourself the right to feel pleasure, is where healing begins. Once the mind becomes open, the body follows. But many women do not feel pleasure not because they lack desire, but because they lack sensitivity. Over time, hormonal changes reduce blood flow to intimate areas, making them less responsive. This leads women to believe their bodies are broken, but they are not. They simply need awakening. That brings us to the third secret: blood flow is the foundation of pleasure. Pleasure is not magic. It is biology. Blood flow brings oxygen, sensitivity, and energy to intimate tissue. Without it, sensation weakens. But it can be restored, naturally and safely. Simple techniques can increase blood flow immediately. Warmth is one of the most powerful tools. A warm bath, a heating pad over the pelvis, or even a warm towel can awaken sensitivity by increasing circulation. Deep breathing also brings blood flow to intimate areas by relaxing the nervous system. When the body feels safe, it naturally opens to pleasure. Many women go through intimacy tense without even realizing it, shoulders tight, breath shallow, belly contracted. This signals the brain to stay guarded. But slow belly breathing tells the body, it is safe to receive. It is safe to relax. And relaxation is the doorway to pleasure. Massage is another powerful tool. Not just intimate massage, but full body touch. When a woman connects to her skin, sensitivity returns. Even gentle strokes along the thighs, hips, and lower abdomen help reconnect the mind to the body. Every bit of touch is a signal. A message that says, this body is still alive. This body can still feel. This body still belongs to you. But while touch and warmth awaken sensation, lasting pleasure requires something deeper, self-connection. And that brings us to the fourth secret, one that many women ignore: learning your body again through self-exploration. Most women avoid self-touch after menopause, often out of shame or emotional discomfort. But self-touch is not dirty. It is not selfish. It is healing. It is how a woman learns what her body needs now, not what it needed in her 20s, but what it responds to today. Every age of a woman's life unlocks a new version of pleasure. The body changes. Sensation changes. Desire changes. But pleasure remains, if a woman chooses to explore. Exploration does not mean rushing. It means being curious. Discovering what kind of touch feels nurturing. Light touch. Pressure. Slow circles. Warm oil on skin. Soft fingers exploring without expectation. This is not a race. It is a reunion, between a woman and her own body. Many women are surprised to discover that their body actually responds more deeply after menopause, not less. Because pleasure becomes emotional, not just physical. The body learns to feel with the heart, not just the skin. But even with touch, warmth, lubrication, and self-exploration, many women still feel stuck. Not because of physical issues, but because of years of emotional disconnection. And that brings us to the fifth secret: healing emotional blocks. Many women carry silent weight, guilt, self-criticism, sadness, resentment, loneliness. These emotions disconnect them from pleasure because pleasure requires presence. You cannot feel fully when your heart is heavy. Healing emotional blocks does not require therapy or complex techniques. Often, it begins with one simple truth: allowing yourself to receive. Women spend their entire lives giving love, giving care, giving time. But they forget how to receive. And pleasure cannot exist without receiving. Letting go of emotional barriers begins with one promise to yourself: I deserve to feel good. I deserve softness. I deserve pleasure. And I will not apologize for being a woman who wants to feel alive again.